Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Hari Om, salutations to all. So, very happy to be here. Every few years we do these Devi group satsangs. How many of you are from Anjali ji's classes? Very good. The rest are from Shilpa ji's classes. Wonderful. So, congratulations to both of them and to all of you for your regular satsangs. And many of you have been in it for many years. So, our topic is significance of or the role of the God and Guru in the path of knowledge. So, God and Guru, what is the significance? God is the very goal that we seek. And in one way, Guru is the means. Is it possible to know this truth without the Guru? Today there are books, talks, podcasts, channels, so many mediums available for us to gain the knowledge. So why do we need the Guru then, if so many opportunities and options are always available? We can learn by ourselves. No, earlier days maybe that much was not available. You had to actually go, find some Guru, learn from them. Now everything is available. In fact, sometimes some people also feel that the Guru knows lesser and we know more because we have studied so much more now. So why is a Guru even required? And especially when some people think that we see that sometimes the people are cheated also. The students get cheated, they get disappointed because some undue advantage is unnecessarily taken, and so people we naturally will feel that why this Guru is not required. I can walk the path myself, I can find my way, and I will go reach the destination. So why in today's context is Guru even necessary? We are intelligent, we have books, we have our capabilities to listen, reflect, and we'll do by ourselves. Why do you think a Guru is required, if at all a Guru is required?
I have a lot of doubts. I don't understand it.
So I can ask a doubt to some wise person, knowledgeable person, and in sometimes, and now to Chat GPT and so many others are coming. So as you happily ask, they will answer the doubts also.
Because there's so much info available there, you don't know what is right and what is wrong. There's so much info. So the Guru is required to take you to the right path.
Okay, so information overload is there and we don't know what is right and wrong. Okay.
Sometimes we misinterpret what we read. So we have our own perception of what we read. So to be honest, when we all joined Shilpaji's class, please don't judge us.
Not at all.
But we actually thought that we have to be born again as a nice person. We had no idea that moksha actually means to be relieved of this whole, birth and death cycle. And that itself came as such a shock to us that we were on our own every time, just assuming that no, we will do good deeds and then we'll come back as a nice person. But that's not the whole plan, and as she kept telling us and guiding us, that's when we realized that we actually have to make ourselves good people so that we nullify our vasanas and then
Correct.
don't come. So that I felt that we've all read over the years, but we've all misinterpreted and had our own take on it.
And during COVID, we even realized, the online sessions, our mind is everywhere,
Ah,
Yeah.
but when the guru is there and we are in that class and we are having an interactive session, we learn from others also. Guru don't 100%, but like interaction really helps.
right. So to show the right path, to clarify any doubts, misunderstandings, to keep the mind focused. Any other reason?
Without Guru's grace, you cannot self-realize. You may gain lot of knowledge, but to self-realize a Guru is absolutely essential.
So why is a guru absolutely essential to self-realize? Once my doubts are cleared, once I have some more better understanding, right knowledge, then I can walk the path. And the path says what? Like she said, vasanas have to be nullified. I have to go beyond my body identification and listening, reflection, contemplation. That's the path indicated. So I can follow that and come to realize the truth. Where does this grace factor come in? What you said is what many people understand. What sometimes the scriptures also says, grace of the guru is required. There's no doubt. But for what? Because if that is clear to us, then we will be able to understand why the need of the guru.
Give us the right path.
But right path to leke aa gaye, then I can walk, no?
Push. Sometimes we push. So push us.
Okay, so just to push us, motivate us. But if I don't fall back, then I can go on my own, no? No? Somewhere to will I have to keep walking by myself, right? So then I will, like the parent leads the child and holds the finger of the child or the hand of the child and helps the child to walk and all that, and the child falls and again the parent lifts up and all that, and slowly after some time what will the parent do? Leave. Child will walk. So I will also do same thing. I can walk. Initially, yes, maybe a few years, yes. But after that, I should be able to walk the path. Goal is there. I am here. Path is clear. I am walking. I will reach. Right? So then grace factor kahan se aaya? Because sometimes we keep waiting, grace will happen, and then realization is stuck because of that only.
And wherever we stop, then he will nudge us.
Wherever we stop, he will nudge us. Okay.
It's more disciplined with the guru, and you're always on the path. You surely not go wrong.
More discipline with the guru.
Yeah, I feel like he's a living example. Because sometimes we wonder that it is a difficult path. Will we get there? But if we have a living example in
Correct.
front of us, then we feel that it is possible.
Correct. So that is one of the very important reasons. The guru demonstrates what the scripture is saying, that it is possible to achieve this state. It is possible to live in this higher state of awareness while living in the world. And how the guru responds in the day-to-day situations will be very different from how you and I respond. So we learn, this is how a person of realization perceives the situations, the ups and downs of life, the challenges, obstacles, criticisms, disappointments, success, happiness, relationships, everything. And from there we learn quite a lot. So Guru is the living example of what the scriptures say. The Guru is required for us to have the capability and faith that yes, this can be realized by us also. At some point in time, the Guru was also a seeker. The Guru is not born suddenly perfect. Guru was also a seeker who has walked. He or she has his or her own Guru. So there is a parampara. no guru will actually proclaim himself to be very great if that person is really a guru. So first of all, what is the we'll come to the meaning. Why will that person not proclaim himself or herself to be great? That I am some big guru and all that.
But he's also learning.
But if he is learning, he is only an advanced seeker. That's why we have to understand the definition of guru.
The I, you will only
Haan.
not do.
Correct. The one who has dropped the I is the realized person. If somebody wants to still strengthen the I, the person has still not reached the goal. So what is the meaning of the word guru? Who removes darkness. So from where did that meaning come? Meaning is correct. Who removes darkness. So gu. Gu is darkness. Gukaro andhakara syat. Rukaro tannivarakaha. One who removes the darkness is the guru. So the darkness that is referred to here is what? Is the darkness of ignorance. And ignorance of what? Ignorance of the self. Because there are enough people who can remove ignorance of other subjects also. So people use the word guru today for management guru, like that, yoga guru, like that, dance guru. So guru can be, people today use it. Otherwise, actually the word guru refers to, in Vedanta it refers to the one who removes the darkness of ignorance, of the self. In other subjects, one may apply in a very adapted way. In the earlier days in the Gurukul, the teacher used to teach all subjects, the spiritual subject as well as the secular other subjects. And so very knowledgeable, wise person, Guru. So one meaning is this, Guru is the one who removes the darkness of the ignorance of the self. Guru is the one who is also somebody who is, so who can be a Guru? Very good. So Shrotriya and Brahmanistha is the only one who can really be a Guru. Because a person who has realized the truth. So between these two, if you have to choose, between Shrotriya and Brahmanistha, if you have to choose, suppose there is only one qualification available in that person. Which one will you choose? Pakka? Brahmanistha. Between the two, if you have to choose, Brahmanistha. Why not Shrotriya?
Even someone who is not a real faith guru also can be very eloquent and very good at talking.
So, realization is the most important aspect because that's what we seek. We want to know that truth. We want to realize the truth, and somebody who has reached there can guide us. Anybody who has just read the map, who can comment on the map, versus somebody who has reached the destination. If you even have to go to, let us say, Kailas or Gomukh, Mount Everest, any of these, will you take guidance from somebody who has reached there, or will you take guidance from somebody who has just read the map and read many, many books on it and who can talk eloquently on it? Somebody who has reached. So if the choice is between these two, then one has to choose somebody who is a Brahmanistha. The need of the Guru is only there. Because we may study the scriptures even from a scholar. Even enough professors can be there who can teach. But the Guru is the one who ultimately, when we tune up with the teacher, has the capability to take us across. And that's why Guru is the one who removes the darkness of the ignorance of the self. It is not information that the Guru gives which removes the ignorance of the self. That will only give intellectual knowledge. The realization happens how? When we listen to the realized master and we have tuned up with that master, the words of that master will transform our heart and will destroy the ignorance in our heart. And that's why in the Upanishads it is said, Acharya Mukhat Shravanam Kuryat. Listen to the knowledge of Vedant from a teacher. Acharyavan Purusho Veda. Only a person who has an Acharya, in this context it means a Guru. That person will know the truth. Person who does not have a Guru will not be able to know the truth. Will know information. Will have intellectual knowledge. But the intuitive experience comes only when there is a Guru to whom I have surrendered. And for that Guru has to be a Brahmanistha. If the Guru is Shrotriya also, then there is nothing like it. That's the best. For some reason, if we don't find a Brahmanistha Guru, then next best option what we have is what? Choose a Shrotriya. Is there any other option apart from these two? Think actually. In the world, what happens a lot of times, one doesn't even understand whether this person is a Brahmanistha or this person is even a Shrotriya. Just because somebody is doing some miracles, people fall for it. And then they say, this person is my Guru and I have full faith in this person. Why? Because this person helped me to solve this problem or blessed me with this thing that I wanted, and now this person is my Guru. I have full faith in the Guru. But that is, maybe some siddhi is there with that person, or maybe there are some other ways by which the person is able to do certain things, or it happened in your life and then you ascribe it to that person. There are so many possibilities. For a Vedantic student, very important it is that one identify Shrotriya and Brahmanistha. Otherwise, one will get disillusioned at some point or the other. In Sanskrit, there is a nice Subhashita which says that Guravo Bahava Santi Shishya Vittapaharakaha. There are enough gurus who will loot away the wealth of the student. Guravaha Virala Santi Shishya Hrittapaharakaha. Those gurus who take away the ignorance of the heart of the student, they are very less. Because the people who are realized are much lesser. And so, on the path of Vedant, we need a guru like that. Either a Brahmanistha and Shrotriya, or if not Brahmanistha, definitely a Shrotriya. Somebody who is well versed in the scripture, who is showing us the path of the scripture, and who is able to help us to reduce our ego, all based on the scripture. One is not using us as a guinea pig for some experimentation of a philosophy or some new age philosophy, or they are not cooking up something from their own head and talking. Because there is a time tested knowledge which many people have applied, they have come to know the truth, and we may adapt it to our times, but the principles remain the same. And hence a guru is very important who will help the student to intuitively come to realize the truth. So when we listen with a prepared mind to a teacher, Vedanta says just by listening we will know the truth. If the mind is ready, just by listening we will wake up to the truth. Shravanam matrena jnanam bhavati. We don't need anything else. That's why listening is the most important sadhana. If we are not able to realize the truth just by listening to such a master, then the next step we have to do is reflection. Mananam, use the logic, try to get the understanding, the clarity, and clear the doubts. All again based on scripture. So why should a guru be Shrotriya? Because the main sadhana in knowledge is Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasana. Listen, reflect, contemplate. Listen to what? Listen to the Mahavakya given in the scriptures. Reflect using the scriptural logic and contemplate in the way by which scriptures indicate that detached from the body, mind, intellect, attached to the truth. For that also I use scriptural passages. Mano, Buddhi, Hankara, Chittani, Naham, or Asangoham, or Upanishad mantras, Gita mantras, so many of them. So if one uses in all the three, Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan, scripture alone is used. And if the Guru does not have the knowledge of the scripture, how will the Guru guide? And different temperaments of students come to the Guru. Some require elaborate explanations, some require a gentle push, some require just an indication. All different types of students will be there. So if the Guru is not well versed in the scripture, does not have the realization, the Guru can't initiate appropriate way by which the student will realize the truth. Actually, the need of the Guru is there in the spiritual path right from the beginning, if you think about it. That we are bound, many times we may know that we have achieved so many things in life, but yet some emptiness remains. There is something which is missing. What is that which is missing? We may feel that way by our introspection, by our experiences in life. But that my cause of my sorrow is my ignorance. Do we arrive at it by ourselves? Think about it. Many times we don't even arrive at this much simple fact that the cause of my sorrow is my own mind. We generally keep telling others, why are you not happy? Because of my mother-in-law, because of my boss, because of my neighbor, because of my spouse, because of this government, because of this country. Somebody or the other we blame. And Gurudev would always say that in India we have one reason that nobody else has. That why are you not happy? Because that Shani is not in the right position. Right from that Shani onwards to my neighbor, everybody else is responsible for my misery except me. So our attention doesn't turn on us. Even if it turns on us, we say, yes, there is something, I have an attachment. But the justifications are a lot. No, in my situation, anybody could have done this only. Or I actually did much better, they would have done worse. All that the mind keeps on justifying. So the Guru is required even to tell us that we are bound. And we are responsible for our bondage. And the root cause of our bondage is ignorance. In Vedanta, that is the most important aspect. If I don't find the root cause, how will I get out of that? Symptomatic treatment, if one does, the relief one may get for some time, but the cure is not there, so the disease will keep coming back. So the Guru is required even for making us aware of the bondage. See, at least till I came to Vedanta, I had no clue that there is something called ignorance and there's something called the self, and that I don't know the self, and that I am not this body, mind, intellect, and the self is my nature. Kisko pata? One is happily living one's life in general. And one is thinking that, okay, one is born here, one grows, gets educated, takes up some job or starts something on one's own, get married, have children, make them also settle down, and bas ho gaya life. In that you have some successful achievements and all that. And by itself nothing wrong with this whole life process. But that we have come here for a different purpose. That in and through all this we want to know the truth. That's why we have come here. We have come to exhaust our karmas, our vasanas. No clue of that. So all that awareness of bondage, also the Guru makes us aware of it. The desire to come out of that bondage, also the Guru only makes us have that desire. Otherwise we may think, there is some bondage, some ignorance, theek hai, dekha jayega, baad mein karenge. The Guru only makes one realize that this life is so precious, it is so short, and when the next human life comes, one doesn't know. And Guru being the living example of that, when one sees that somebody has realized this truth, then why live in ignorance? This happens or not. If we see somebody very prosperous and we are very poor, do we continue to live in poverty, or do we feel like, no, I should also attain some prosperity? May not be that level, but I want to come out of what poverty I am, right? We see somebody, who has good physique, six-pack abs, And then when we look at them, then one feels, maybe I should also do some exercise tomorrow morning, gym. So when we look at somebody, we feel inspired. Like that, when one sees the Guru, one says, "Arey, in the same world I am living, I feel so miserable or I feel so attached and bound. And here is somebody who is living who is not miserable at all." Then the desire to overcome that ignorance, attachment, that comes to a person. So Guru is required to make me aware of the bondage. Guru is the one who helps me to have that intense desire to walk the path, to overcome this ignorance. Gives me the faith that I can also achieve. That person is actually a Guru who makes us also feel that yes, you can achieve. What is wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with you. If there is a Guru who makes us feel lesser about ourselves, is that person even a Guru? If that Guru goes on criticizing, condemning, "Arey, tu to, you are such a dull head, I don't think you can realize anywhere, you can't reach anywhere." If that person goes on criticizing, condemning, that person actually is not a real Guru. Sometimes, yes, the Guru may have to give us one whip if we have, fallen into such level of stupor. Like Arjun is told by Bhagavan that, how are you acting? This is not a manly behavior. He says, "Klaibyam masmagama partha naitatva yupapadyate." This is not a behavior that befits you. One whip he has given to him mentally. Arjun is out of his stupor. So sometimes the Guru may have to do if we have fallen like that. Otherwise, the Guru will only encourage. So to motivate us on the path, to encourage us, to make us walk the path, to prepare us also the Guru is required for Vedanta. If we'll go and just sit and listen to Vedanta, will we realize the truth? So tell me, what is the preparation required before we sit and listen to Vedanta? Very good. So one is peace of mind, quietude of the mind is required. Through equanimity in life, we attain a certain quietude. Any other qualification we require? Yes, have faith also. Single pointedness. Quietude, single pointedness, faith. So this in general, correct. These are in general simple, nice points which we need to develop before we listen. In the science of Vedanta, this is called as fourfold qualification. What are these fourfold qualifications? Can you tell me in sequence? Vivek, Vairagya, Shatka Sampatti. Very good. I'm so glad you know all the four. Your Sevikas have taught you well. And in that Shatka Sampatti, which are the six? Shama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha. Wow. Generally people say, but here and there, somehow they manage to put the six together. They don't say in this order. You have said all of them in order. Very good. So these are 9 qualifications totally. That first qualification, which is Vivek, that Vivek itself will come because of Satsang with the Guru. Binu Satsanga Vivekana hoi. Ram Kripa Binu Sulabhana soi. Without Bhagwan's Kripa, Satsang will not come. And Satsang, if it is not there, this Vivek only will not be there between what is real and what is unreal. What is Atma, what is Anatma, one will not know only. So if somebody says, without the Guru I will know, okay, I may know some things, I may read some things, but how to develop Vivek? What is Vairagya? How does one live with Vairagya? All the Shatka Sampatti, how does one cultivate? The methods and then the guidance to do all that. And if I'm applying that in my daily life, then whatever obstacles come on the way, how do I overcome them? So finally my preparation of the mind happens through these 9 qualifications. And the 10th one with this is bhakti. In the Vivek Chudamani, Shankaracharya says, Moksha Karana Samagryam Bhakti Reva Gariyasi. In all the qualifications required for moksha, bhakti is the supreme, highest. So 9 plus 1, 10 preparations. Even if one of them I have to do by myself, it is not possible only. I need a guru for that. Think about that. Preparation also the guru only has to help to do. Because which student will require what type of method, that the guru only will have to guide. Actually, even before this 10, there are 2 more preparations that are required. Before fourfold qualifications, 2 more preparations are required, and that is karma to karma yoga and upasana. These 2 also, with the help of the guru only, it will happen. That I am stuck in the cycle of karma, and how do I get out of it? I can't stop doing karma. And the more karma I do, it is creating more vasana, so my cycle of karma goes on increasing. How do I act in such a way that without adding to my karmic bondage, I exhaust the existing karmas and new karmas I don't generate? So existing vasanas have to go, new vasanas should not get generated. So how will that happen? By upasana? No. Upasana has its impact, no doubt, but how will a person act in such a way that acting does not stop, the action can't stop, I have to do my duties, responsibilities, work, everything. But I act in such a way that my action does not produce further vasanas. Perfect. Ishwar Arpana Buddhi, and that is what is detachment. Detached from the insistence on the results. So Karma Yoga is a simplest method, and the most fundamental spiritual sadhana is Karma Yoga. Without that, it is impossible to rise in the path of Vedanta. Karma Yoga has to happen, because maximum time of the day I am doing karma only. And if that I am not alert, I may study, I may meditate, but I am adding karmic bondage every day. How will it help me? So that Karma Yoga, and the equation of Karma Yoga is very simple. What is equation of Karma Yoga? Ishwar Arpan Bhav Prasad Buddhi. So I made a simple memory aid. KY is equal to PB plus IB plus NB. That is Karma Yoga. PB plus IB plus NB. Meaning what? PIN, na? PIN and B. Prasad Buddhi, Ishwar Arpan Buddhi, Nimitta Buddhi, Nimitta Bhav. If these 3 I have, that is Karma Yoga. So doing my duty where I am, but dedicating it to Bhagavan, accepting results as they come, and knowing that I am not the Karta, Bhagavan only is the Karta. If these 3 are done, then my karma becomes Karma Yoga. No more it will be a bondage. I will be able to do whatever I am doing as service of Bhagavan, and I will not feel that, oh, I don't have time, I am not able to remember God, I am just stuck with so much of work, I just don't have any time, my life is caught up in so many activities, duties, responsibilities, my life is so chaotic. That pressure will just go. One may do whole day so much work in terms of family, society, individual profession, whatever it may be. But one is anchored in the attitude that all this is dedicated to the Lord. Bhagavan put me here in this role. I am doing this as my seva of Bhagavan. And I am not doing this to please anybody. I am doing this to please Bhagavan. In that process, some people feel happy, very good, and I am caring, loving towards people. It's not that I am doing it for Bhagavan, whether you like it or not, I don't care. It's not that type of attitude. But I'm doing it because Bhagwan is in all of them. So I serve genuinely, lovingly, compassionately. So the mind which sometimes feels, Swamiji, today life has become so hectic, very difficult, इन सब के बीच में हम कहाँ समय निकालें अपनी साधना के लिए. So sometimes the mind has this feeling, बहुत दिन हो गए स्वामी जी हमारी साधना ही नहीं हुई. And especially now, festive season, बाप रे, so many things, one by one festivals are coming. Festival season खत्म होगा, उसके बाद थोड़ा दिन 10 दिन पितृपक्ष आएगा, then again marriage season will start. Oh बाप रे, then marriages one by one you have to go on attending. Where is the time for sadhana in all this, Swamiji? So the mind keeps thinking like that so many times. And in सब के बीच में house का renovation है, I'm shifting the house, and then somebody has fallen sick and this and that and something going on. Where is the time for sadhana? Guru is required to tell us, Arey, this whole thing is your sadhana. You came here for that only, to exhaust the karma. Some karma, some life, I would have desired something. So I am here going through that. Now offer it all to Bhagwan. This is my seva of Bhagwan. So to tell us how to shift from karma to karma yoga also, Guru is required. Then that will help us to overcome the 6 impurities of the mind. What are the 6 impurities of the mind? इसको सीक्वेंस में बताओ. Lobha, yeah. Lobha, okay, but first one is what? All the 6 are called mala. First one in that. And she said, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, मद, मात्सर्य. Very good. माया तो इस सब की माँ है. She is the mother of all these. So 6 impurities. These are called mala. Impurities of the mind, vikaras, or the enemy, 6 ripus. All the 6, should we handle one by one? Or is there a better way to overcome these 6? By the time we try to get over anger, jealousy will rise. By the time we try to get over jealousy, some intoxication, some greed, something or the other will keep rising up. So we have to find some better way to handle that. And so what does the scripture say? These 6 are actually not 6. They are expressions of one. The first one, that's why is very important. Kama. If kama is handled, all the other 5 will get handled. Why? Because if kama is fulfilled, selfish desire, when it is fulfilled, then it may give rise to lobha, greed, mada, intoxication, and a moha, delusion. If kama is not fulfilled, it may give rise to anger and jealousy. So all the 5 are expressions of one, which is kama. Kama has to be handled. Selfishness has to be handled. How will selfishness be handled? We have to transform it to selflessness. Kama has to become nishkam. And that nishkam is what seva is. So I can do all the work with the nishkam bhav that I want nothing out of it. I am doing it for Bhagwan. Then that same kama has become nishkam. So suppose I cook something very nice in my house, I see some recipe or see some program and then learn, and then I'm cooking it in my house. And once I cook it, people have come and they are eating in my house, but nobody appreciates. Then how will I feel? क्या फायदा हुआ? इतना मेहनत किया, learned something and did it, and nobody said even one word about it. In general, I may feel disappointed sometimes. But if I'm doing it with this attitude that I enjoyed the process, I'm doing this as my seva of Bhagwan, or I love all the people who are here in my family, I do it for them. If they know it, fine. If they don't know, It doesn't matter. I enjoyed the process. Now that kama has become nishkam. So it doesn't hurt anymore. It doesn't create any disturbance, agitation, nothing. So this bhav, when I dedicate to Bhagwan and do any action, dedicate to a higher purpose, that is called karma yoga. The Guru helps us to shift our attitude. Was Arjun able to shift from karma to karma yoga all by himself? Think. He needed the Guru. No? Whole life he has done karma, karma, karma. And in the battlefield, Bhagwan tells him what? That make this terrible karma of fighting and even destroying your own relatives as karma yoga. Arjuna asked that question, Ghora karma this is. Why are you telling me to do this Ghora karma? If knowledge is superior to action, why are you telling me to do this Ghora karma? Third chapter of the Gita, he asked that question. Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi keshava. Why are you telling me to do this terrible karma? And Bhagwan tells him very clearly, Tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. You do it dedicating it to the Lord. Not even to dharma direct. At one level, yes, to protect dharma is the war. No doubt. But at the deepest level, every single action of ours, when we dedicate to Bhagwan, then that action becomes karma yoga. It will not bind the person. And this simple technique of dedicating actions to Bhagwan starts from even the smallest of our duties and actions. First thing that we do when we wake up in the morning is what? Swamiji, we look at the phone. No? Generally, we are supposed to say the prayer. Karagre vasate Lakshmi, Kara Madhye Saraswati, Kara Mule tu Govinda, Prabhate, Kara Darshanam. But today what happens? Karagre vasate Facebook, Kara Mule tu Instagram, Kara Madhye tu email, Prabhate phone darshanam. First thing happens is phone. We wake up, Swamiji, what to do? Alarm is in the phone. So the point is, even in simplest action, from the moment I wake up, then when I put the foot on the ground, Samudra Vasane Devi Parvatastana Mandale, when I take bath, Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati, I don't know how many of us do. These are shlokas which are there, and many times we teach also in Balvihar, and the children learn, and then we tell children also. And when any of us go, Swamijis and Brahmacharis, we go to the houses, the small children, they will say, come, come, come. Chant the shlokas in front of Swamiji, and the child will chant, and then Gayatri mantra. So, as children, they chant all that, but the idea is when we grow up, this is to be lived in our life. It's not for Balvihar children alone, nor for our grandchildren, it's for life. Actually, when one takes bath, if one remembers, the mind is purified or not. Gange cha Yamune chaiva, I am doing Ganga Snan. So Ganga ji, how holy she is, how she flows from the feet of Bhagwan Vishnu and on the jata of Shivji, all that one remembers. Mind becomes purified. Same way, when I eat food, what do we say? Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva, all that. When I go to work, Karmanyevadhikaraste Ma Phaleshu Kadachana. If I put on a switch in the evening, put on some light, fan, Shivam Karote Kalyanam, I can say. So it's up to us how much we remember. These shlokas can help to invoke the bhav, and once the person has the bhav, that bhav is what extends through the day for all the other things also. And continuous reminders are there every time we remember one shloka. If shlokas are difficult to remember, then what you can do nowadays with the phone, reminder is there. Like you have a coffee break, you put a karma yoga break. Every 2 hours the phone will remind you, KY break. What is KY break? Close your eyes and think about Bhagwan, saying, Bhagwan, whatever I am doing in the next 2 hours, dedicated to you. Again after 2 hours, put one KY break. Again remember. So, continuously the mind will be anchored in the divine. To make this happen, God is required, Guru is required. Action will become Karma Yoga. Karma will become Karma Yoga only with this attitude. So without God, without Ishvara, Karma cannot become Karma Yoga. I may say that I am doing it for the family, I am doing it for my country, I am doing it for the society, I am doing it to, improve in this particular profession that I love. But highest sense of dedication is when I dedicate to Bhagavan. So God and Guru are required for Karma Yoga also. God and Guru are required for Upasana also. See, one may say Karma Yoga I am doing. Karma Yoga will take care of the mala, the impurities of the mind. But our challenges are three in Vedanta. My nature is Brahman. I can't realize that. Why? Because there are three challenges. One is mala, impurities. Second is vikshepa, which is wandering of the mind. And third is avarana, which is the veiling. So mala goes by karma yoga, vikshepa goes by upasana or bhakti yoga, and avarana goes by the jnana sadhana, through the right knowledge. For all the three, Guru and God are required or not. Can I do karma yoga? Some people use karma yoga as an excuse to say that no, I don't believe in God, I am a karma yogi. I don't believe in God and I am a karma yogi. Can that happen? It can happen to a very limited level where I say, I am serving my country, I am serving my family, and I don't want anything for myself, it is for them. To that much extent, it is karma yoga, but it's not 100% karma yoga. Why? Because all of them are limited. Bhagwan alone is infinite. And karmic bondage can be removed only when we dedicate everything to the Lord. So karma can't become karma yoga without God, and this knowledge is given by the Guru. Arjun was finally able to fight the war. See, if Bhagwan had not given the whole Gita, would Arjun's karma become karma yoga? Arjun's karma, he would have been able to do. Bhagwan could have given him a pep talk, come on Arjun, you can do it, it's there in you. You have always done this, you have defeated them once. Get up, don't lose faith in yourself, you have it in you. He would have given a nice pep talk. Arjun would have got up and done his duty also. He would have won the war also. But this karma to karma yoga would not have happened. For that you need the Guru. So we may achieve many things in life. We may achieve very successfully also. And there is nothing wrong in that. But only human being can do karma. And in that also, very few human beings do karma yoga. Think about that. Animals can do only exhaustion of their vasanas. They can't choose. They don't have the ability to choose their karma. You and I have the ability to choose which karma to do, how to do, when to do, how much to do, when to stop. We have. They don't choose consciously. They are animals and birds, etc. are choosing instinctively, impulsively. They are not choosing by themselves as we choose intelligently. Suppose a dog feels sad. Emotions the pets go through. Can the dog change its emotion by itself? Very difficult. The dog will not know this is called sadness. Now I need to get out of sadness. So now what should I do for sadness to come out of its sadness? Can't do, but human being can. So karma swatantrata we human beings have. Many people don't choose that I have the capability to choose my karma. That also we don't do. In that the best choice I can make is I dedicate actions to Bhagavan. Now that karma yoga very few people do. That's why God and Guru both are required for karma yoga also. See how much Gurudev did. He taught us how to transform karma to karma yoga by his life itself. 42 years, tireless service of the society. And the motto that he gave us is maximum happiness to maximum people for maximum time. Exact opposite of what we do many times. Maximum sorrow to maximum people in minimum time. That is samsaric way of living. That how when we live like that, we live. But a spiritual student lives with this maximum happiness to maximum people for maximum time. So karma to karma yoga, God and Guru are required. Upasana also I require because vikshepa has to be overcome. Karma yoga by itself will not remove vikshepa. Because that is bhavana, I am doing with bhavana for Bhagavan, the karma yoga, but I am engaged in action. In upasana, what do? I sit quietly, withdraw the mind, have an Ishta Devata, build a relationship with my Ishta Devata, and then do my sadhana. Chant the shlokas, do the japa, sing bhajans, kirtans, whatever I feel like, whereby my mind has become quiet. Senses have been withdrawn. Mind has become quiet. You know, upasana, we may say that yes, upasana, for that we require God. But upasana happens with how many gods? One? Pakka. Generally, people have so many Bhagwans. Worshipping all of them, there is nothing wrong in that. Now, Janmashtami went, so we celebrate birth of Bhagwan Krishna. Now, Ganesh Chaturthi will come, celebrate that. Then Navratri will come, we worship Mother Durga. Worshipping none of no problem. And there's not anything wrong in that. But my Ishta Devata has to be one.
Go in front of God. Your Ishtadevata only comes to your mind. You may be worshipping.
Correct. So you may be standing in front of Ganesha, but your Ishta is Shiva or Krishna, yeah. That your regular mantra, whatever you are doing, that will come to you. And then you may see that my Krishna is in the form of Ganesha here. Suppose Krishna is your Ishta. Then you say, my Krishna only has become Ganesha here. Or you say that, oh Ganeshji, please bless me with more devotion for my Krishna. Either ways. So we don't become fanatic. No, only Krishna is the supreme God or only Shiva is the supreme God and you worship anybody else, you will go to hell. No. God is only one infinite consciousness, appears in so many forms, but I still need to choose one. Why do I need to choose one? For single pointedness. That is very important. If that does not happen, then I am taking lot of time. Because same time, suppose I have half an hour in the morning to do my puja or whatever sadhana I want to do. Now half an hour if I am worshipping 5-7 gods who are there versus putting all that half an hour for one. Which one will become more effective? Single pointedness. No? Suppose you have a common puja room, then quickly you may do something for everyone else, but you focus on one. And that Ishta Devata is what will help us to develop single pointedness and anchoring. And when we start doing japa of a mantra, for the upasana, when we do mantra japa, that mantra japa, we have to take that mantra from a guru who has made the mantra siddha. That person who initiates a person into mantra japa is called Bodhak Guru. Sadguru also can do that. A realized person definitely can do, but sometimes if we don't find a realized person, we have to take the mantra from a person who himself or herself has done the japa of a certain mantra and made that mantra siddha. Because when we take the mantra from that person, the effort that we require to do japa is much lesser. The mantra will activate faster for us. It is like a live wire you use and connect a dead wire. The electricity will pass faster. It is like that. And so even for upasana, we require guru as well as God. How to do that upasana? What are the steps in it? How the mantra japa is done? How the sankalpa is done? How the nyasa, viniyoga, etc. is done? That is a nice process. We just can't take any mantra and start doing. If we don't know and we have started, doesn't matter. Bhagavan will bring some way or the other the right person to tell us the right process and then we can start. But for that also God and Guru are required. Then fourfold qualifications we saw. There also God and Guru are required. Without Viveka, I can't develop the other three. And in the sixfold qualifications, we have Shraddha. In Shraddha, what is the definition of Shraddha actually, if you see there? Faith in the Guru and scriptures. Guru, Vedanta, Vakyadishu, Vishwasa, Shraddha. There the word Guru comes before Vedanta Vakya. Why? Because Guru is the embodiment of that Vedanta Vakya. So there, fourfold qualifications also I need the Guru. Then listening to the teacher, I definitely need to listen from the teacher about the Mahavakya. That how am I one with the self? Essential oneness with the self. To bring me to that state, whatever books I have to study, from fundamental onwards, Tattva Bodh, Atma Bodh, Vivek Chudamani, or even Bhaja Govindam, all these, and then bring me to Advait Vedanta. If suddenly I start reading Gita, Upanishad, without any fundamental books, what will happen? Confusion only will happen. So, fundamental book onwards, the teacher has to build the base. If you see Gurudev's Gita, Gurudev's Kenopanishad talk, you know the commentary. Have you done Kenopanishad in your class? Not yet, no? Okay, when you come, you will know. The first talk that he did in 1951, that was Kenopanishad. 100 days yajna. In that, a lot of time Gurudev spent in foundation only first. Because one can't teach the Upanishad straight away. Nobody will understand it. So if you read Kenopanishad, the commentary, at least some 30 pages are all basic introduction, which now you must have done through Kindle Live, Self-Unfoldment, and many other books. But when he started, those books etc. were not there. So he gave full introduction, built the base for the students, then made them realize what Advaita Vedanta is saying. So even Shravanam and all the base that has to be built, that the Guru will do. Then the base has been built, the initiation of knowledge into Vedanta, that you are Brahman, you are not this, through Mahavakyas, that happens through the Guru. If the student is qualified because of Karma Yoga, Upasana, fourfold qualifications, then great. Listening itself is enough, the student will realize quickly. But if the student has prepared but not yet fully prepared, then the student has to do reflection. So reflection requires scriptural logic. And reflection also requires bhakti. That I am interested in the truth. Otherwise, some people are there, what they do? In discussion, anywhere, whether in a study class or even in a camp, in a group discussion, anywhere. When discussion happens, what is most important is I want to arrive at the truth. But there will be different types of people. Some person will be Mr. Right. Mr. Right means whatever I say is right. Logic हो या ना हो, मैंने बोल दिया मतलब वो right है. Now कैसे भी करके उसको support करो, तोड़ मरोड़ करके भी stick to that. Second person is called Mr. Wrong. Whatever you say is wrong. He will oppose. This person doesn't know what is the truth, but he will oppose you. No, but this is not like this. Arey, that person is giving the logical reasoning. No, wrong. Mr. Wrong. Then there will be Mr. Wise, who will speak to only display how much he or she knows. Not interested in the truth. Then last is Mr. Open, who is open-minded, who wants to know only the truth, who is not stuck in all the ego games here. So even to do proper discussion, the guidance of the Guru, the scriptural logic, the Guru only teaches. Based on that, we will reflect. When to stop reflection also, Guru will tell us sometimes. There is a great saint called Sadashiva Brahmendra. Very, very intellectual scholar, lot of discussions, arguments, and in his after the class is over in the Gurukul, so he would sit with the students and then he would keep on discussing. One day the Guru was passing by. He looked at Sadashiv Brahmendra and he told him, Summair, meaning just shut up. Because how much you are going on discussing, the truth is not available through such, hair splitting logic. Logic can be used as a means. Beyond that, you can't. The moment the Guru said, shut up, when the Guru said, shut up, that impact on him was such, he just stopped thinking. All thoughts stopped. Instant he went into Samadhi. Instant, that very moment, the Guru said, shut up, and he just stopped. Went into Samadhi. So when to even stop logic and contemplate and realize the truth? Sometimes we are very happily caught in discussion, logic, argument. Upanishad keeps saying, Naisha tarkena matirapaneya. This can't be realized through logic. Logic is used to indicate the truth, to convince us that why I am not the body, mind, intellect. But beyond that, I have to practice. So Manan also requires the Guru. When to stop Manan also requires the Guru. And Nididhyasan definitely requires the Guru's grace. Nididhyasan, when it happens, detachment from the BMI, attachment to the truth, that can't happen without God and Guru. Process, Guru initiates how to withdraw, how to contemplate, everything explained and guided through the process. Otherwise, many times we are seeking what? Shunya, nothingness, blankness, thoughtlessness. It is the Guru who makes us aware that thoughtlessness is not what we seek. If thoughtlessness is what we seek, that every night we are getting or not, in deep sleep, we become thoughtless. Swamiji, but that is deep sleep. In the waking state, how to be thoughtless? Very easy. After the satsang, you can experience. How? Give one shot to the opposite person. Zor se, ekdam, fart. For a moment you will become thoughtless. To become thoughtless is not a big deal. Issue is, I don't know who am I. With a quiet mind, I need to contemplate on my true nature. That's what the Guru tells us. So even the goal what we have, sometimes we have wrong notions about the goal. How to reach that right goal? Contemplation Guru helps us. And last, this is the most important. That's where that grace factor comes. It is the candle which is lit or a lamp which is lit that can light another lamp. The Guru's words, when we listen to the words of the Guru, that intuitive knowledge arises which removes the ignorance actually. The layer of ignorance which is there as though covering the self, that completely goes away. That's the grace factor of the Guru. When a student is ready, the grace factor manifests in such a way that that entire ignorance is just removed. Vivekananda actually says that it's like a veil that has been taken off. Literally, it is a veil. When we say avarana, avarana is a veil. So he says the veil has been taken off. So suppose this curtain is removed, then what is behind will suddenly reveal completely. Such a beautiful view with the ocean, all the both the sides. That view is revealed. It is already there even right now, but the view I can't see. Why? Veiling is there. And once the veiling is removed, then what happens? It becomes just evident. This is not creating that view. The view is already there. This is only removing the obstacle to it. Same way, the Guru actually removes the final obstacle. That's the veil. Through the words. That's the intuitive realization. And that's why the heart-to-heart tuning with the teacher is required. That's why Gurudev always said that knowledge is not from the lips of the teacher to the ears of the student. It is from the heart of the teacher to the heart of the student. And that's why a Brahmanishta is only required. Only a Brahmanishta who has awakened to the truth can help us to awaken to that truth. An interesting thing is, from Brahmanishta standpoint, none of us exist. Because the Brahmanistas realize oneness, there is only one truth. Na bandhur na mitram gurur naiva shishya chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. But from our standpoint, when we are deluded, then the Guru exists. And that Guru's grace, only this difference that we have in our mind goes. And that's why from the awareness of bondage to realization of the self, at every step, without God and Guru, there is no spiritual progress. At every single step. So we have to ask ourselves, do I have an Ishta Devata? Have you all chosen your Ishta Devata already? Yes? Everyone has Ishta? If you have not, choose your choice. Whenever you want to choose, up to you. But if you are studying, you want certain progress to happen, Ishta Devata Upasana very important. Some people think like that. If I am studying Vedanta, if I am Brahman, why should I worship God? Suppose somebody asks you that question. You are in a Vedanta class. You are studying non-duality. Non-duality says, Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, everything is one. There is only one absolute truth. And then you celebrate a festival. Ganesh Chaturthi, you bring Ganesh ji to your house. And then you do some nice puja, sadhana, you invite everybody, they come. Now somebody asks you, if you are Brahman, why you bring Ganesh ji to your house? What will you say? Why do you need to worship, if at all? You can say, Swamiji, I don't bring Ganesh ji only. I don't think we need. Do we need to do Ishtadevata Upasana if I am a Vedantic seeker? To surrender to the Lord, to remove the ego.
Before we realize we have to surrender, we need something to hold on to, and then later we
Right.
drop.
So we need to surrender. See, we may say that I am Brahman, but who is this I? If I am Brahman, then the question doesn't arise. If that I is small, so that ego is there, and that ego has to surrender. And as we saw earlier, Upasana is a method to quieten the mind, to make it single pointed, to build a bond with that Lord. So even if you have an Ishtadevata, having Ishtadevata alone is not enough. Two more things have to happen. I have to build a relationship with that Ishtadevata. That what is my relationship with my Ishta? Ramakrishna's relationship is what? With Mother Kali. He is a child and she is my mother. Hanumanji's relationship is what? With Bhagwan Ram. He is a servant, the Lord is my master. Prahladji's relationship is what? He is a bhakta and Prahladji says, I am bhakta and he is my Lord. It can be any. Mirabai's relationship is not bhakta, lover. Mirabai said, I am the lover, he is my beloved. I mean, all of them are bhaktas in that sense, no doubt. But I am saying the bhavana wise, so many attitudes one can take. Sudama's relationship is, he is my friend. Whichever emotion is predominant in me, I have to choose that relationship with Bhagwan. So having Ishta is one, building a proper relationship is second. Why relationship is built? So that we are able to channelize our emotions, anchor, and then choosing a form and a name. A specific name and form, which I will worship daily. This is Ishtadevata Upasana. So if I am a Vedantic student, when I do this, then what happens? Ego becomes much lesser, surrendered. Such a mind, when it listens to Vedanta, then the Avarana will go. Bhagwan himself says, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. I bless them with buddhi yoga by which they will come to realize oneness with me. So even a Vedantic student requires to worship Ishta. Shankaracharya ji, one of the greatest Advaitic masters, did he worship Bhagwan or not? Did he say that I am a non-dual person, why should I do any compositions of duality? But he composed on all different forms of God. Gurudev was the greatest Advaitic master. He used to do japa of Om Namah Shivaya. Vivekananda ji used to do Om Namah Shivaya. So many of them. Greatest Advaitic masters. But worshipping the Lord. So, God and Guru, very important in the entire spiritual path. And so, at no stage in the spiritual progress, one can be away from God and the Guru. So, God, one must choose. Guru, have you found your Guru? Found? Each one is your choice. If you have found, very good. If you have not found, it's up to you. If you have the demand, supply will come. And please don't think that Guru has to be only in a physical form. The real Guru is inside us. And that Guru manifests outside in a physical form. And when they manifest in a physical form, it is not that if the form is gone, the Guru is gone. Vivekananda ji, even today, guides thousands of people. I am not talking mystery, I am talking Vedanta. Because the knower of Brahman becomes Brahman. And so, Brahman is imperishable. And if somebody considers Vivekananda ji as their Guru, it is Brahman himself who guides them through the teachings of Vivekananda ji. Same way with Gurudev, same way with Mirabai, same way with any of them. All of them who have realized oneness with the truth, you can invoke them and you will find guidance. So don't think that Swamiji, which Guru to find now in Kali Yuga, pata nahi kaun Guru hai, milega, nahi milega. You have come to Gurudev, that itself is one big blessing. If you feel inspired, he can guide you and he continues to guide you through his knowledge, the teachings, etc. If you want another Guru, you can choose another one also. Gurudev always, encouraged the culture of freedom. He never told people that I am your Guru and you are my Chela. In fact, he used to tell people, I am not a mule Guru. I am not going to carry you on my back and take you to the truth. You have to walk the path. I can only show you the path. I am only the pointer. I am not the pointed. Like that, beautiful things. So, I have to identify these two. Now, if I know that Guru and God both are required for this whole journey, then who is my Ishta? Who is my Guru? And just like with the Ishta, we have developed a relationship, we have a name and a form and a sadhana we do. If I have found a Guru, how much am I listening to the Guru and living up to the teachings of the Guru? All that very crucial. Then the spiritual path, we see the evolution happening very fast. Otherwise, what happens? Our ego plays the trick. And God and Guru, are they two? They are actually one. When the Guru is a Brahmanistha, then God and Guru are one. And yet in life we need both God and Guru in that sense. Why? Because many times what happens? People get stuck to people. So we may get attached to the Guru and forget Guru as a realized being. Which is why God and Guru both are required. The Guru will guide the student and we hold on to God. Otherwise people get attached to Guru. If the Guru is realized person, the Guru will never be affected by that. But if the Guru is only a Shrotriya and not a Brahmanistha, then my altar of surrender has to be only God. Because only that will be helping me to overcome my ego completely.
courses of what into that Guru is.
Correct.
So it is true.
Very true. If God is angry with us, Guru helps us to please the Lord. But if Guru is angry, then what will happen? That's what is said in the Guru Gita also, and that's the prasang of Uttarakhand in the Tulsi Ramayana. Kakabhushundi ji, when he is in his earlier life, he went to the Guru and he was serving the Guru, and one day when he was sitting in the temple worshipping Bhagwan, he saw his Guru actually coming, but he didn't get up, thinking that I am so great, I am worshipping Bhagwan, why should I get up to go? Shivji got very angry. He cursed him, saying, you were lying like a python here, you are so dull and tamasic. Shivji cursed him, saying, be a python for thousands of years. And it was the Guru who prayed. That whole Rudrashtakam is a prayer by the Guru, which is a praise of Bhagwan Shiva. Namami Shamishana Nirvana Rupam and all that. Beautiful. 8 verses. And when Bhagwan is pleased, the Guru says, you please forgive him, reduce his curse, and Guru saves. So if disciples make blunders, the Guru only who will save. But if Guru gets upset, then who will save you? If we do anything wrong to offend the Lord, Guru will save us. But if the Guru gets offended, the Lord also can't save. That's the point in that. That's not to make anyone scared. Ki, Arey Baba, mere Guru ko maine gussa kara diya, now I will not be saved at all. The idea is not that. The idea is that's the mahima of the Guru, that even Bhagwan can't stand the insult of a Guru, or one ignores the Guru and acts in egoistic way. So yes, Guru helps to remove. So this was our satsang on importance of God and Guru in the path of Vedanta. Full path, not possible without Guru and God. Anything else you want to share? Ask. What is the text going on in your class right now?
We had chapter 4 in one class and the other class will be Ishavasya.
Chapter 4 and Ishavasya. Aapka?
Just finished chapter 4 and started reading it.
Oh, very good. Oh, shit, I thought you were saying. So we have one Hanuman Chalisa Yajna coming up in September. Yeah, 24th to 26th. 3 evenings. How many of you have heard about, how many of you chant Hanuman Chalisa? Chant, very good. And you have read the commentary, you have done some study of Hanuman Chalisa? Study. Some of you have studied, very good. In case some of you have not, even if you have studied, please come. Evening talks, we are doing in Hindi this time, so you can inform more and more people. See, Yajna has become an opportunity to bring new people, introduce them to this knowledge. That is our way of giving back to the society as well as to the Rishi Rina that we have. The Rishis gave us this precious knowledge. We must share this with as many people. And Hanuman Chalisa, so these Yajnas are not meant to go very deep into the scriptural study. They are to introduce people and how they can apply this in their life. And Hanumanji is a symbol of great strength, devotion, knowledge, everything. And Hanuman Chalisa is a very powerful composition. So there is a lot of depth in Hanuman Chalisa. So please do come, all of you are invited. Please bring Our talks are in Bharati Vidya Bhavan, and the capacity of Bharati Vidya Bhavan is about 700, 800 people. So all of you, if you bring just 3 more people with you, each one 3 more people, excluding your friends here, okay? Don't say that I brought her. You bring 3 more new people, your family, friends, anybody. So the idea is that we come together, we study, and every day we will have 3 things happening there. First 10-15 minutes we will have the chanting of Hanuman Chalisa. So together we will do Samohik. Chanting is again very powerful. Then we have the talk on it. And then each day we will end with one spiritual practice. So one day breath observation, one day japa, one day meditation, like that, 3 evenings. So there is not only listening happening, there is sadhana happening, experience also happens. So one can do chanting, listening, and quietening the mind, all the 3. So this is one aspect. All of you are invited. Please bring as many people as you can. Word of mouth is the best publicity that happens, and people, when they come, they will feel inspired. Second, we also require seva to be done for this event, because many things to be organized, and our yajna team is as of now small. Shruti Somaniji is heading that team, and then there is Ajay Merchant is there, or our Chinmaya Gandhi is there, Radhika Mehta is there, but 3-4 people are there. They require more hands to help to organize this event. So please volunteer and contact Shruti ji. You can tell Anjali ji and Shilpa ji. In your own way, in your own time availability, you can help. There is a lot of simple things that can be done. It doesn't require huge time commitment. But if more people come, that's what a yajna is. A yajna is what? 3rd chapter you would have done. What does Gurudev say about yajna? Coming together for a selfless cause, cooperative endeavor for a selfless cause. When people come together, work together selflessly, then that's yajna spirit. So please do come together, tell your sevikas, and then contact Shruti ji and see in which way you can serve. Some sevas can be done before the program onwards. Some can be done on the spot, on the day of the event, and different ways in which one can serve. So please do volunteer. Thank you very much. We conclude with the prayer. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.